Well, greetings YouTube, and today we are going to have a look at the Ghost Recon Future Soldier multiplayer beta that is going on at the moment. It is available for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I don't think there's a PC version yet of the beta. There might be in the future. However, the full game releases 1 month later on the PC, so that might have something to do with it. I don't know. Ubisoft games in general tend to release later on the PC for whatever reason. Might have something to do with DRM and everything, I don't know. But anywho, I'm going to show you some of the gameplay, tell you what it all is about, and a brief overview of the classes and everything, to see what to expect. Before we go into a match, I'm just gonna briefly go over the classes you can choose from. You have the Scout, which is a sniper class, obviously. He uses snipers and submachine guns. And he also has sort of a active camouflage technology, which you can hide completely, almost. But it vanishes once you fire or run or everything, so it's very stealthy kind of way. The second class, the Engineer, is more of a gadget freak, so to speak. He can use UAVs, and he also have information when enemies try to aim with the scope towards him. You get a 1 second warning before they fire, something along those lines. And he is more of a shotgun type, and personal defense rifles is his preferred weapon. The third class is the Rifleman. He's sort of the general soldier type, and he is a much more greater armor, especially on his torso compared to the other classes, and he prefers to use light machine guns and assault rifles. So it's the most combat friendly class, and also the one that can sustain the most damage, which is quite common in these kind of games. The game also offers quite a lot of customization with your character in terms of how you progress through levels and how you outfit your soldier. You can change the appearance as you level up, and also you can customize your weapons to a quite large extent compared to many games. Almost any aspect of your weapon can be customized, from the muzzles to the barrels to the trigger even. Can be changed and swapped as you level up and gain points. Compared to, for instance, Battlefield 3's unlock system, there you had to use a specific weapon constantly if you wanted to get new scopes for that one, for instance, or things like that. So you had to use a specific weapon to get specific upgrades for that weapon. In this game, however, things are slightly different in terms of that you gain points, currency points, as you gain experience and level up, which you then choose how to spend. So you're not sort of confined to one weapon. You can spread out your points wherever you want, and you can respec, of course, if you so desire, if you think you've made a wrong choice. And once you have customized your weapon to your liking, you can then take it to the test course, in the weapons range, and immediately get feedback, and to see whether your choices really have made a difference, or maybe that scope was just pointless and you need to swap. So that is a great way to sort of get a feel for the weapon and see if do I really need that scope after all, or the extra barrel, or whatever. Instead of going into a match and say, oh damn, I completely screwed up. So this has just been a brief overview of the classes and so on, but so now I think we're going to head over to an actual match and see what all the fuss is about.
We're fighting over the same objectives down there. Get to them before the enemy can.
Okay, and now we are playing Conflict on the map Mill,
Inactive sensor on site. Secure it and get it operational.
in which you compete on certain objectives that are randomized throughout the match. So the sequence of objectives and the type of objectives might vary from round to round. And then in 9 of 10 cases it's the team that has completed the most objectives within the 15 minutes that is the winner. So it's a very team-based mode, and preferably you should try to complete the objectives. This objective is that we shall... each team is trying to capture that point over there.
I'm securing the module.
And it takes some time to get the intel. And you are quite vulnerable in those situations, as you can see. So... some level of tactics that should be applied. And I was downed yet again. But if you are not wounded quite enough, you can be revived by your teammates. That's a quite nice feature. And the whole game itself, the whole multiplayer aspect, sort of centers around teamwork. You are rewarded for basically any team-centric action by spawning at your friends, or everything you do are rewarded if it does help your team out. So that is quite nice. Oh, it's quite a vulnerable situation here. So a lot of the game multiplayer is about gathering intel about the enemy and its position and everything. So you can put up external cameras or sensor mines that will gather intel, sort of like a mini radar that scours the said area for enemies, and then they will appear on your minimap and so on. If we're going to talk about the spawning mechanic, you can either choose to spawn at your teammates or back at your base. However, there are some limits to when you can spawn at your friends. If they are, for instance, in a firefight or they are too close to the objective, you cannot spawn at them. Then you have to either wait or you have to go back to the spawn point. But if you see in the top there, you will gain XP points if you manage to spawn at your friends. So it is encouraged by the game itself also to cooperate as much as possible. You can also set down mark points, as you can see we do with a right trigger, so we gain a pathway to the objective. It's quite a nice way to keep objectives highlighted, and you can also mark friends if you want them to refill your ammo and so on, and you can find the fastest way to your allies. So here we have a new objective, and we are going to demolish that point, and the enemy needs to defend this point. But we seem to have overrun them, so hopefully we will be able to explode it. You can see I am... Ooh. I think we made it just a millisecond before he threw that grenade at me. You can see my teammates are dead, except for one. Well, now we got the reinforced XP bonus for spawning at the friend.
Demo charges planted. Get clear.
So we are leading so far because we managed to take that objective.
We've located
So
a
kills
supply
in
cache
this
near your
in this
position.
game mode,
Secure it.
at least, it's not that vital to the overall match score, I would say. So completing objective is the main goal of this. So now they are capturing that point, and we shall hopefully try to prevent them from doing that, which we did. So this is a point both teams will fight over. So it's the first team that will activate it, and then we have to defend it
Camera
afterwards.
sensor out.
There you see, I put down a camera. Don't remember the exact name, a camera sensor, I believe it is, and it will function as a small area radar in the area, then will highlight the enemies for my teammates. And you'll also gain points if they manage to kill an enemy within the area because of the detection of the camera. It's all quite tactical. And as you probably have noticed by now, you'll see that you die quite quickly in this game, so cover is quite essential. And it's a, well, it's a very... it's an important game mechanic. So you can... yeah. There we died. We should maybe not have done that. We are...
Supply cache is secured. You may use it as needed.
we are able to capture it. As you can see, they are exposed by the enemy team there, so I cannot spawn at them at the moment.
I need a resupply here.
So when you use the cover mechanic, you can mark other areas or walls or whatever, and you can just hold down the cover button and you'll sort of move automatically to that point. I can tell you when that happens. There you see, I put down the objective marker, so I'll know where to go. So I'm playing as the rifleman in this round, so it's the one that can deal the most damage and also take the most damage.
Camera sensor out.
But of course, in a tactical game like this, is quite... you can see we can sort of pick different cover modes, and it will just sprint there if I hold down the button. And I think they see they are exposed by the radar thing, so we can even see them through walls. If that is the case. But I was a bit too eager there, so got put down.
Roger that. We've got the supply point. We've located a sensor. Secure it and bring it online.
But yeah, so in a real tactical match, you probably want to have a wide spectrum of classes. You want someone to be the scouts, and some engineers, and some riflemen to sort of complement each other with different abilities. You know, the engineer can scout the area with his UAV, and so on. And many of the features, class-specific features, you need to unlock,
Camera
so
sensors online.
many of these are not available at level 1, so... but that's really common these days. It's nothing new.
We've got them down. Don't let them back up.
So now we have to defend the area that I activated there, so... the enemy has a certain amount of time to try to deactivate it. And then we can see the red lines from the radars that are gathering intel. So intel is quite severe part of the game. And you can also, if you use your stun gun, you have a electric stun gun. So if you manage to just take take down a enemy with the stun gun, you can also hack the enemy into his system, and then you will expose all the enemy teammates
Data's been downloaded.
on the map. But yeah, we won because we managed to capture all the points, well, almost all the points, and we had the best team. So that is quite useful, all in all. So thank you guys for watching that. I might be giving you some more Ghost Recon videos if I find the time. I would say it's a quite enjoying game as of now, and you should check it out if you have the possibility. The full game releases in May for the PS3 and Xbox, and in June for the PC audience. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.